Personally, moments of doubt for me were really right at the beginning, where I didn't know enough. And confidence comes from learning and information that you hold.
You lie abed at the 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, looking at the ceiling saying, have I made the right decision here? Why am I putting myself through this? Have I got it wrong?
There's always moments of doubt, I think. I think if an entrepreneur's honest, then there's always going to be doubt.
Have you faced some really, really difficult times, some really, really black times? And the answer is yes. And the answer is that we got through it.
Early on in the company's history, when we used to contract the technical support, it became evident that that was a model that was flawed because the contractors weren't prepared or able to offer the level of customer service that we knew that our market required.
In the early 90s, it was pretty tough, not having the answers, not having that confidence through the lack of answers. But once I overcame that and was mentored by other senior people, that confidence came.
I burnt a lot of shoe leather, making sure that our relationship with all our key customers was strong and still there.
It was a major issue. We had to do a big re-evaluation of where we were at. We then set up our own technical division within the company, and now that technical division makes up 3/4 of our staff.
My biggest challenge during this time was to ask the staff to be prepared for and accept a wage freeze.
If I've got doubts that is it all worth it anymore, or is it just too hard, and I always look back and find out what my life goals are and say, how do I achieve these goals now with the new barriers that have been thrown in front of me?
I always look at issues, problems, challenges in front of me as just an opportunity to move from point A to point Z.
And I've always come back to the point of saying, well, if others have achieved it, why can't I?
I took a huge dip myself. I made a big sacrifice so that I could look someone in the eye and say, well, I've made a sacrifice.
The biggest thing out of that for me that I want to pass on to others is what I enjoyed in my blackest moments after 2002, 2001. It was a very, very difficult time. I thought I would lose the business. And in the end, I took the opportunity to ring some people I'd heard about, such as Sir Angus Tate, and ask him about the story of his near collapse and how he dealt with it. And he was extremely kind and gracious on the phone, as was everyone that I rang, to say, these are my circumstances, I'm trying to overcome them, I'm working on these things every day, this is what I'm doing. I'm scared, I'm not sure I can pull this off. Can you give me any advice, any experience, any wisdom? And all of them who had been through this before said to me, the most important thing you need to know, Bennett, is that no matter what happens, you will get through it and it will be okay and life carries on. And this is not truly life and death, this is business. And if you do your best, that's all you need to do. And you may succeed or you may not. But if you're intact as a person, if your integrity is intact, you can have a great life afterwards, no matter what happens.